So today I wanted to do a review slash breakdown of PriceLabs, which is helping people manage their pricing on their Airbnb listing. So if you've been using Airbnb and want to help kind of manage your pricing, let's kind of break this down and see how it can potentially work for you as well. I'm going to hop over here on the computer so you can follow along in real time as we kind of break this down and then show you how it kind of works and then why I absolutely love it. And if you end up loving it too, I'm going to have a link for you in the show notes down below. Gives you actually a free month of using PriceLabs. And then after that, you can go ahead and start paying for it. I believe it's, as of this recording, $10 a month. That link does help support out my channel and my small business, so you get more free content like this. But let's kind of break this down. So this is our Airbnb listing right over here. So it's called the Cute Bohemian Oasis with fire pit and piano. It's super cute. And so what we can see here, it actually gives us some information here before we continue clicking on to get more information. But as of right now, when I made this listing with PriceLabs or updated on here, I put my base price at $262. And then I kind of kept bumping it up as we got more reviews, as people stayed there, just kind of essentially as we're performing better, I was increasing the price. Now, what this actually does is you can see here, it tells us our 7-day, our 30-day, and our 60-day listing. So, in the next 7 days, are we booked? We are 100% booked. The next 30 days, we're 94% booked. And then the next 60 days, we are 62% booked. And then what you can do is you can kind of hover over these and it'll tell you kind of like what the market's doing and what you're doing. So you can see we're definitely above what the market is doing for those first two. And then the 60-day, we're actually a little bit below average on the market. Now, what PriceLabs will do for us is actually start adjusting those prices as we get closer and closer to them, so that way we can get those bookings. Now, right now it says that we last sunk up about a day ago. And then if we wanted to sync up the prices, make sure that's green. If not, then we want to toggle that back on. So I'm going to click on here. So having clicked over there, it actually took us down here to our full calendar so you can see everything. I obviously had to hide some information. But as we talked about earlier, this is my base price right over here. This is what I chose. You can actually have them help you choose a base price. But again, as you keep getting larger, getting more reviews, especially if they're 5-star reviews, or you become a super host, you can start charging more for your overall listing. So you can see here in February, we actually have 2 dates that are pretty much unoccupied. The minimum stay is 2 nights, so the chances of this getting booked is less and less as time goes on because that's only 2 days and it's the middle of the week. So what ends up happening is as the days go on, these prices will start lowering. Now, it's obviously lower than our base price, but that's because it's our base. We don't have a floor for our minimum because we could if we wanted to. But what that does is it kind of gives us the opportunity to still make money on this property, because even though we have to pay for a cleaner once somebody stays here for 2 days, that cleaning fee is already attached to the listing. So we're not paying anything more for somebody staying only those 2 days. What we're actually doing is trying to get the best price we can without leaving too much money on the table. Now, if this goes down to $100 a night, that's $200, obviously plus the cleaning fees. So somebody would stay there for a really good price, but we would at least get $200 more so than getting $0, because a little bit of money is better than no money, even at that case. Now, as time goes on, you can see here, there's like demand levels as well too, towards the bottom here. I want to make sure it's on screen, so that way people can see. So if we actually go ahead and switch this over to the next following month, let me go ahead and clean some of these things up here. So you can see some of the different color highlights based off of events that are going in our area. So that takes into account too, because it knows where we're at. So then it can say, okay, well, you guys actually have a pretty high occupancy rate during these weekends with other listings, so there's probably things going on, so the prices start increasing. So you can see March 18th, March 18th, 19th, and 20th per night stays range anywhere from $465 to $410. Now, if nobody ends up booking, those prices will start going down. Now, the nice thing is we just recently got a booking for the 25th and 26th. One of the nights was $481 and the second night was $443. I didn't set those prices. PriceLabs did that for me. I honestly would probably not have put it that high originally, but they were able to justify that based off of things going on. Maybe there was events. I know there's a lot of golf tournaments and baseball tournaments here in my area during this time of the year. So it takes that kind of stuff into account and actually changes those prices for me so I don't miss out. So that's going to be something that has a huge impact on us to make sure that, one, we don't have to sit here and manage it daily, because that would be tedious to have to sit there and manage it daily. And then two, to, we don't leave money on the table, because that's the worst thing that can happen is, you know, having 2, 3, 4 days where nobody's booking and we kept the prices the same because we really wanted that amount of money, but nobody ends up booking and those days pass and we miss out. And we don't want that to happen. Again, even if it means we take a much smaller cut, a smaller cut of something is better than a large cut of nothing at that point. So as we continue to grow, we're going to obviously end up having more properties as well, which then does increase the cost a little bit more too. But for a lot of people, you might just have your first property like we do, and that PriceLabs can definitely get you started on the right path to actually go through the process of making sure that you're getting the most money that you possibly can. And again, I'll link them in the show notes down below. You get a free month with them and then help support out the channel so you get more free content just like this as a small business owner. Now, as a small business owner, I want you to keep learning and growing in ways to help manage your business. So check out my next video right over here. My name is Dennis, and I'll see you in that next video.